Welcome back, everybody, to another video on the Checkmate playlist. If you do not know what the Checkmate playlist is, we find bad games, horrendous games, awful games, and we analyze them. We break them down, sort of, thanks to my reduced elo strength of 1600. Recently, I reached 1600 on chess.com in rapid. We laugh, we cry, our stomachs hurt, and yeah, all that in between on the 64 squares and the tragedy that they bring. Today's game was on a Reddit post captioned, "I won against this national master," and after the game, he said that he was not paying attention and shortly resigned. Yes, our guy, in this video, right around the range of 1200 or 1300, beat this individual on a game of chess. And I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised when I saw this game. I didn't expect to end the way it ended, uh, per se. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not think of that either. So again, the game is on the description if you want to analyze it on your own. If you want to. If you don't want to, we can just have a blast here. Please do not harass anybody. These videos are made for fun. These videos are made for education and not more for me to generate some sort of views. Anyway, also join the Discord. Link on the description. It is a permanent link. However, if too many nasty people join at once, I will have to close down that link. And yeah, and for a little while, we'll not have a permanent link. But join the Discord. We're all waiting for you. We've got good stuff there. We got good shit. The place is lit. The place is fire. Good people. You can talk to them, play with them. I don't know. Do anything you want. But not being a dick. That's also that. Let's get to this amazing chess game. And it will change your perspective on the game of chess. Because even a national master cannot win without focusing on this game. Let's get to the video. Okay, so the protagonist is black and the antagonist is white. Let's see how a national master deals with a relatively good player, like we said in the intro. So, d3. Okay, so we start off really weird for a national master by playing d3. Never seen him national master or grandmaster in that matter play d3 ever. But I could be just over exaggerating. I mean, d3 is just a small center grab, I guess. With e5, reverse the rat. Probably the Norwegian rat. I don't know what it is. Knight e2. I think that is why it's called a reverse rat, because he's probably gonna play something like the Norwegian rat or drunken rat. I don't remember what it is called, but whatever. We have d5. Okay, grabbing the center, pretty nice. e4, kind of a French now. Kind of a reverse French, if I'm completely honest with you. d4 is by black. Bishop e2, bishop b4. Okay, just some minor developing moves by the, well-principled intermediate player. Knight f3, attacking the pawn, so we defend it. Nice. What I would like to do here is this, because I like to keep the possibility of playing c5 here. That's a nice move, although in this case it does give up this square and allows the knights to team up. But after this move, your bishop can get kind of trapped here. But let's say knight c4 wasn't there. A good nice little c5, strengthening the center, is always nice. We have knight c6, however. Absolutely nothing wrong with this move. Castles, knight f6. Okay, just developing your pieces. Now, honestly, f5 here is not too terrible, but then again, knight c4 is really a problem. So knight f6, okay, just developing the knights. Again, the engine wants knight c4 because it's attacking a lot of things, but thankfully your knight here is to cover. a3. Okay, kicking out the bishop, fine. Bishop a5. Oh. Well, b4 is a problem now because it's a bishop b6. Then you can play knight c4, well spotted by the national master. Obviously, aiming to put pressure onto the pawn chain. That's a pretty important pawn, not gonna lie. It's a center pawn that is holding the other pawn together. If that pawn falls, the other will fall most likely. Bishop e6. Okay, so disregarding the defense of the pawn, I mean, obviously, if you try to defend, then it would go here, and then you would lose the pawn. But I mean, at least you are not like completely lost. But at least it's fine to develop it before you to defend it before you lose it. That would be really nice. But whatever. Bishop e6, attacking the thing, takes. What I think what he hoped here was something like this to happen, and takes, and a5. I don't know, probably. Knight takes c5. Though knight takes c5, knight takes c5, castles. Our protagonist is down a pawn, but it is fine. We still have a long game to play. Let me tell you right now, it is really long. Bishop b2. Okay, putting pressure on the pawn scene. Nothing's wrong with this move. It is plus 1.3. That means white is a little better. Not completely winning just yet. He's just a little better. Actually better, according to like people that have studied the evil bar. Plus 1 means that one side is better, and above like 2 and 3, it means that one side is winning completely. c5. Okay, I get the point of this move. The point is if you take, then you take back, but then the pawn is a little isolated, and that's not real nice. In the play a move like this, you gotta take en passant here, so you get rid of your isolated pawn, and you get the open lines on the c file. You might use that for a counterplay. I don't hate it. It's just a little complicated, but it's fine. Queen d2. a5. Okay, just destabilizing the pawn structure. Now there's plus 1.6, which is even worse. b5 is not the move, because you are relinquishing some sort of pressure. Now you gotta play eventually you gotta play this so you can keep black's pawn chain in check, but right now you can't play that because your knight is hanging and you remove it. Now you gotta play a4 here. A4 is really nice so you don't get locked out, but we have knight z4. This move has 0 threats. I mean, 0 absolute threats. You can't even do this. You just lose the queen. So, yeah, I don't know what black's plan was. It was h3 that white played, correct. Knight f6. Now it is plus 1.5. Again, plus 1.6. Because of the move c3, which is not played in the game. However, this is a really nice move. The point of this is you're pretty much forcing the guy to take, and then you can take in either fashion, doesn't quite matter. Although with the queen, it does give away a little bit of advantage. I don't know why. Maybe it's the reason because you might get this battery going, and it might be really strong for white. But I do not know. With a4 instead. Okay, locking the pawn structure of black and keeping it in check. Exactly what I said. Rook d8. Okay, not a bad move. Just getting the rook into the party. Knight jump here. Not bad move. Like you're trying to get rid of their better bishop. Your light square bishop will be very happy among the light squares. So you'd like to remove their bishop so you don't have any competition. We have that move, which I frankly cannot explain because after takes and takes back, and you can also just win the pawn here, although this pawn would hang. But then you just move your queen here and relatively play a calm game. But it's fine, I guess. After knight takes, pawn takes, we have bishop here, which attacks the rook. Really far move to spot. Danger levels by black here, counterattacking their queen. The queen moves, and now... Okay, so you decided to go full queen levels, queen danger levels on the queen, and the moment you did that and it didn't work, you hung a bishop and put it on a silver platter, and now you're completely lost. That is just amazing. White does not take. Now it is 0.7. The position is 0.7 because of takes, and you don't have any hanging pieces anymore, and your pawn structure is kind of fine, and their bishop cannot touch your pawns. If you replace all your pawns on the dark squares, then yeah, sure, your light squares will be weak, but kind of, not a lot, but kind of they will be. But your queen and rooks will be there to defend you in case of an attack. Also, your knight as well. And your pawns will just stay safe and always protected. With perfect play, that is. That does not happen. We have f4 by him. I don't know what f4 does. I get the point. To get the point of playing f4 and not taking the seemingly free piece, which is free. Let's be completely honest with you. It is completely free, but I get the idea of him starting an attack. Black goes here. Now it is plus 1.9. That means white is borderline winning. Probably winning, but it is a pretty dangerous position for black here. It is plus 2.2. It's rising. That means white is probably gonna win this game. And also is a National Master. You should probably see those moves. The move that is killing here is this move, which you cannot take this pawn because the bishop is under attack, so you need to defend it, and takes, and this pawn hangs. And you've got a pass 2-on-1 majority on the queen side, and your pawns on the DNC files do not matter. Let me tell you right now. Okay, so with queen g3, I don't know what the point of that is. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You're not gonna you're not gonna play this. I mean, that's just bad, but what is the point? Now again, bishop takes a3, removes any threats in the position. That happens. Now it is minus 0.2, which means the position is equal. If it is 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, that means the position is either completely equal or borderline slightly better for one side. And after the rook takes back with queen c5 attacking the rook. Okay, very nice move. Now the rook just stays here for gonna stay here for a while. b6, just solidifying the pawn structure and destroying any counterplay on the queen side. There's nothing there. The queen side is completely locked away. Queen f3, just moving the queen. I expect f5 in the future. e5, top engine move. The whole point of this is if they take, you just go here, and that is an insane move. And after they move, you have the option of trading the rooks, or actually, if you take this, yeah, you might be worse. But I mean, you can take this, and after they take back, you take this pawn, and you're fine. And that is amazing. That the engine found a line like that. Okay, so we have f5 though, locking down the position, top engine move as well. I would take, honestly here. I'll take and get into all this, but and they had plenty of time to make moves, and yeah. So we have f5 though, locking down that. Maybe in the future we're gonna see g4, g5, trying to open up the king and stuff like that, but we'll see. Rook f7. Okay, we're gonna double up on the file that we cannot even exploit. I mean, the only way to exploit the file is to play g6, which hangs a pawn and probably prepares to discover attack on the queen. I don't know. g4. Like I told you, we're going to go on the same side, king attack. We have knight going backwards, g5. There it is. Like I told you, gentlemen. National Master kicks in and is attacking and is plus 1.2. Slightly better. G6 here, and and f6 locking down the side. Most likely h4, h5 is also going to be next. And let's say you give black white a couple moves. Eventually, this move will be on the table, and you cannot do much. Like, if you just keep ignoring this, they can take, and when they take back, they go here, and then you're suddenly just dead lost. Yes, you can like do this, but then there's this move. If you take, he takes here, block, and this. And apparently in this position, black is just lost. Because after you defend, then they will just check you, and they will win the knight, and probably the whole house. That is a lot too sophisticated, isn't it? Let's go back to f6. Queen d6 is the move chosen by black. H4, there it is. He's trying to go for it. Now, H5 is ridiculous. Knight going to C7 is more human. Okay, now it's +1, plus 0.5 actually. The engine is dropping its advantage for white. Knight E6, really good move. Trying to put the knight on a really powerful square. This is called an outpost, kind of, sort of. But it's a really nice square. Controls a couple of squares. You might go to F4 in the future, knight F4. The queen moves here, and now it is shockingly equal. If I was black here, I would be terrified. Because of, all the pieces joining in the attack. That is terrifying. However, there's absolutely zero danger. Let's say Oops, I accidentally exited my thing. Let's say you ignore. Yeah, it's if you ignore, you're gonna go back to plus 1.4. You gotta play the move 8-6, and if they take, you just move your king, and you're probably not gonna win this pawn. And yes, you can get into all of this, but at the end of the day, you are wait, what? How did why did the engine recommend me this? Now we're talking. Yeah, you need to go here. I was about to say, why is that not top end? Why was my original idea like you just, you know, go rook here, not top ends, and it was the other thing. I don't know why. And actually, you're shockingly safe. Even after this capture, if they do that, then you just win the game, kind of, because you're gonna put some severe pressure onto white, and the position, as you can see by the computer, it is minus 4.5 because there's a royal fork being threatened. After you cover the royal fork, you will take the spawn, and you're most likely threatening some other fun stuff, like let's say the rook moves back, for example. You have this move, which just wins you the piece and probably the game. I'm not joking. Queen g3, knight f4. Okay, the knight moves to f4, attacking the bishop, harassing it. Bishop here moves to the nice little light squares, although it doesn't attack anything. And now, oh yes, nice. We hang the rook. You had one job, and you failed to do that. The bishop is literally light square. It cannot see half the squares. You just need to stay away from them, and you won't get killed. But guess what? He didn't stay away from them. Shockingly, the move rook takes knight is the top engine move here. After he takes, you just go here. And if they move the rook... Oh, sorry about that. That was a DM. Then you get in with the bishop, and you just got a lot of threats. And if they try to keep defending and try to move the rook, they can't do that because it is pinned. So, in this little shenanigan thing, what you have achieved is some sort of attack on the king. If you didn't realize a couple moves ago, oops, I didn't mean to go ahead. You took a knight, they took your rook, now you're down 2 points. And after you moved the queen, or played this move, which is even better, in my opinion, they moved the rook, and now you're going to get back all your material, and you will be fine. However, that is not played, and instead we just take the rook straight away, and now white is dead lost, because if you did not pay attention, this bishop used to cover the important key square e2. What does e2 do? Yeah. It hangs a queen and a king. And you have to save the king and lose the queen. And not only do you lose the queen, you also lose the bishop. So that basically was a trade of a queen for a knight and a bishop. And you lost your bishop. So that means you only traded a queen for free. Congratulations. Yeah. Now things are really bad. Because actually I might have messed up my math. Yeah, you also have like they lost the rook, so that kind of counterbalances the trade. Now white has to make some sort of counterplay, or he is gonna be dead lost. And we've got like 30-something moves to go left. Buckle up. Let's see how this game ends. H6. Not a bad move. Isolating the pawn chain, splitting it. Yeah, is the better word here. Of course, if you take this, you should absolutely be charged with felonies across the entire country of the United States, because that is a bad move. Like straight up taking the pawn means death, and then black will just take all of your pawns and you lose. There's nothing to do. So good thing for the national master to not take this. H5 locks literally everything. There is zero counterplay for white, and slowly but surely white will invade the white side of his opponent. I mean, the side of his opponent, slowly win the pawns, promote the second queen, sacrifice his original queen for a rook, or 2 rooks even, and win the game. King here. Okay, just moving the king. We have nothing else to do. Queen to 6. I would prefer to go a little bit more aggressively, putting some pressure here. Yes, they can attack you, sure, but like you're just gonna move away, give this check, and if they go here, you go here, and then you just win the pawns. You're just gonna slowly win the pawns. The rooks cannot do anything against this queen because, well, they're useless in this position. They're useless because the pawns that for black are really strong, and you cannot defend against them. It is really difficult. But we have king f2 and queen d6. I don't know what queen d6 does. It was probably intended to go to a3. After this move, then we have back here repetition. Oh, no repetition. Oh, now it's a draw. Why is this a draw? According to the engine. Oh, never mind. That's not a draw. The draw here was why is it saying draw? Is it a draw? What the why is it saying it's a draw when it's clearly not a draw? You see this? Huh? Whatever. Yeah. Is this a draw? No. Now it is better. Now it is fixed. Now it is fixed. Okay. Now it's no longer a draw. Okay. So queen here and rook here. I don't know what that rook moves. That rook move does. Okay. Queen g4. Now we're getting in with the queen, and that's probably going to be GG's. Rook here. Check. Check. We win one of the rooks. They try to kick us out. Check. And check. And here. And check again. And push the pawn. Go here. Check. Check again. And move up. And give one more check. And this is mate. What a fantastic game. And the fact that white was a national master and black was intermediate level 1200 chess, that is a lot to take in. White in this game should have gone for something a little bit more solid and a little bit more well-known, like d4, e4, or c4 even, or even f4. Sometimes you're gonna go for reverse dots and get mocked by half the player base, who knows. But they played some weird stuff, and those weird things kicked in. And I don't know if this is a good opening. I've never seen this opening or heard of it in my life. And just missed a couple of chances, like the free piece here. Here, hold up. Let's go back a couple of moves. Because this is a big blind spot for a national master. And I have plenty of time to find that piece. I don't know why they didn't find that. Yes, a 900 can miss that. It's fine. But you're 2300, man. You need to start seeing those things like... Oh, sorry about that. You need to start seeing those things like instantly. You need to like be fast, but no. And just relinquished all of his pressure to his opponent, and his opponent consolidated. Won a queen. I don't know how they missed that. Almost made a repetition, and slowly won the pawns. Got the rook involved, and made to the king. That is how it's done. That is how it's done, gentlemen. Alright, that was a good thing. Be sure to join the Discord. Be sure to join Reddit. Also Reddit. I don't know if you know about that. You probably do not. Also join the Twits, the Twitter, Twits. Join all that good stuff. More videos are coming along the way. Yeah. That was a really good game. I'll see you guys next time. Now I'm gonna play a tournament in 2 days.